Hey cuties, what's up? We are back with some more reactions after dark, and we are of course going to be watching She Loves Her Husband but Feels Pulls Around Her Childhood Best Friend. What now? Obviously by Stephanie Sue. This is a continuation of the Juiciest Confessions series, though I don't know if this is number 12 or if it's later on or what, because she stops numbering them after a certain point, so I don't know if it really matters what order I watch them in. I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? Well, maybe it kind of does, because there's supposed to be a part 2 to a story that was given before, right? So you could end up like getting the first part before, or a second part before a first part, if I don't know which one's which. But you know, oh well, it doesn't matter. Question mark. It's actually pretty late. It's almost 7 p.m. Here, which of course these videos go up 8 p.m. So the video might be late today, depending on how long it takes to do the video itself. But that's just because I had to go out today. Kind of was a waste though, like over an hour to get there. Couldn't do the thing there that we needed to do, so kind of a waste, and had an hour back, so oof. And so on and so on. But I figured I had to do a video today. I was thinking about not doing it, but I was, I was going to do it, but now I'm actually going to do it because if you haven't seen the post yet, Sienna once again has donated 50 euro question mark, I think that's what it is, to the new PC fund. So we are now over $100, I think, for the new computer fund. I forgot to like put it on the screen. Let's see what this says. Yeah, we're 5% funded. I didn't think we would ever get 0%. I mean, it already starts off at 0%, but you know what I mean. I wasn't expecting to even get like 1%, let alone 5%. And that's of course thanks to Sienna, who did donate last time as well. So 2 donations from them towards the new PC fund, brand new PC, so 5% funded. So yeah, once again, thank you, Sienna, whoever you may be, because I still don't know who it is. I'm assuming they want to stay anonymous, because they haven't spoken out in any of the videos or the posts that I made to tell me who they are. So again, that's fine. I'm just, once again, thank you for your patronage, your contribution towards the brand new PC fund. Of course, there is no hater segment today, and no radical break. I'm thinking about, I most definitely will do a radical break whenever I get around to doing the Marry My Husband series. Because if that first video is like, what, 2 hours? Right, there's no way I'm not going to break that. But other than that we probably won't have one until I force myself to get around to the Marry My Husband videos. Yeah, we can just get into it. Again, if you didn't hear it last time, I think the new battle pass for Eternal Return, which Eternal Return is a video game that I have played a lot on the channel, a lot of live streams dedicated to that game. New battle pass is coming out, so and it's casino themed, so I was saying I'm probably going to use my webcam and not the VTuber for that. And it's mass cam, which I went in this whole conversation about last time, about how I've done mass cam on this channel like a lot of times over the years. It simply just means that I'm not really showing my face, or at least like most of my face. Like my eyes and sometimes my nose are free game, but you don't see my mouth. Question mark. That just had to do with the old persona. Not really persona, but just like my online persona that I was going with. Where I had like, the mask, camouflage bandana, welding goggles on, and whatnot. Though that's been a long time since I've looked like that for the channel, and I probably won't do that again. But I'm thinking actually about making a Casino Devil VTuber. Because I think that would actually be pretty easy, and I already have the outfit because I have literally made the outfit in real life. Not made it, but bought the clothes that and combined them to be referred to as the Casino Devil. So I was like, oh, I might as well just turn this outfit that I just wear all the time anyways into a VTuber. Like this cool devil VTuber. Might even be kind of analog horror, because I think I want the head to just be pure void black. But maybe we'll get like the smiling, uncanny, creepy teeth inside the void face. Don't know if it'll give it eyes though. We'll have to see about that. But anyways, if you want to see Casino Devil mask cam, check out whatever live stream that ends up being for Eternal Turn. It'll say in the title, like it'll show up in your notifications, and it'll say Casino Devil is here, some nonsense like that, and the mask cam will be somewhere in the title as well. So you'll know it when you see it. If I'm doing mask cam, if you want to see that. Anyways, we've rambled for long enough. We can get into it. I think there is a ad for Ray-Ban, not Ray-Ban, Raycon, yeah, for this video as well. I already saw.
We got Jollibee, and I'm with Den and my fiance and Tiffany, and we're on to New York City. I'm excited to try Jollibee because this is Tiffany's first time eating Jollibee in the history of her.
Okay, I was waiting for them to do the little thing, but I'm guessing they're not going to do the little thing. So I was going to skip the intro and the mukbang. Of course, this is once again they have the Raycon ad here. So Raycon/Bis, I believe, is what we have for the buy raycon.com/bis for 15% off. So we're gonna go ahead and skip to the confessions. So I stopped right in front of the confessions because whatever's going on here happens. I figured like people would want to see whatever like nonsense this is. Like 7 minutes and 33 seconds into the video. Next, I don't know what that is. Some sort of little game, I guess. I'm not sure.
Bitch, I'm gonna tell you right now that you, Den, Mr. Mango, and Tiffany are gonna get secondhand embarrassment or the deepest shame when reading this. That's a big setup.
Okay.
I was about 12 years old, or however old like a 6th grader is. Anyways, I was a very innocent.
How old a 6th grader is? I don't know. Let's see. Well, 6, 7, 8 is middle school, so that sounds about right. At 12. 11 to 12, 12 to 13, 13 to 14, maybe.
Innocent child. I didn't know anything about drugs or gang-related activities, and that all changed in the middle of the school year. My class was introduced to a girl, and we're gonna call her Crystal. Like Crystal. What? Crystal comes in with a full face of makeup, piercing, and even a tattoo. Mind you, she is a 12-year-old. She's a 12-year-old middle school student, a child with a literal tattoo. I thought she was so...
Okay, is it a real tattoo, or is it like a... Are you... assuming it's a tattoo or misremembering it as a tattoo because you never learned that it wasn't a tattoo and it was just like a stick-on tattoo. I forget what those are called. Is it just a stick-on tattoo? Because it's just the thing you stick on yourself and you put some water on it and you hold it there for a while and then you peel it off. A peel-off tattoo, maybe? And then it stays on there for a while, but it's most likely going to peel off within like a few hours or the next day, so...
freaking cool. Because, I mean, what kid wouldn't think that she's cool? Did you guys think tattoos were cool when you were...
Oh, she drew it on.
They were like Yanachis?
Yeah.
Oh, what is Yanachis? Like gangsters? That's so interesting.
China, yeah, gangster.
Oh, okay. Like, I remember all the guys in my middle school would Sharpie little designs on their arm and act like they were tattoos, and it's the cringiest thing now that I think about it. Yeah, and they would re-tattoo it every single... Not re-tattoo it, like re-Sharpie it every single day. And then, you know when, like, the S thing was going viral? Not viral.
Yes.
Yeah, they would do, like, that. Yeah.
What do you mean the S was going viral? That's so weird to talk about the S, the super S, being viral in relation to, you know, growing up, because viral and all that stuff wasn't a thing. Like S, it's like Super S just existed and it exists. And it's just something you did. It doesn't feel like it was like viral. It's just something that you were born to do. You had to draw it on everything. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
They would do like initials of like things that they wouldn't tell you about because you're a girl and you can't understand with your P girl size Barbie brain. It was probably like, don't forget to change your underwear in the morning. Okay, like that. So anyways, I thought she was so freaking cool, and I immediately started talking to her. I didn't think meeting this girl would not only mess up with my relationship with my friends, but also with my family. So pushing on towards almost the end of the school year, we're all looking towards graduation. We're all gonna go into middle school. In the morning, me and my friends line up to get up to the stairs to our classroom when Crystal...
Okay, she said she was in 6th grade. She said they're graduating into 6th grade, or into middle school. So that means they're in elementary school now? Question mark. Thus, this isn't standard American grading, I'm guessing, since the 6th grade is middle school. 1 through 5, or kinder through 5, is elementary school. Then 6, 7, 8 is middle school. Then 9, 10, 11, and 12 is high school, typically, in America, as far as I'm concerned. I know it's different in Japan, because high school for them is 3 grades instead, so it's just 10, 11, and 12. So I think middle school for them is the 9 on top of that, so 6, 7, 8, and 9. And of course, I guess kindergarten is the 5. So where has elementary up to 6th grade?
Comes up to us saying how she's high out of her mind. I had no clue what she meant. Like, what do you mean you're high out of your mind? She didn't even know, like, that meant that you're on drugs. She then proceeded to open her backpack and show off a box of her marijuana to me and her friends. As she's showing me this, I told her, oh, how do I know what that is? I didn't know what drugs were, okay, but my dad had this exact green bushy looking thing too, like outside the house, like it's very like a plant. The only thing he told me is that it's medicine and to never touch it because it was only for him. Wait, your dad is growing weed. Wait, you can't do this. The story went from you and like your dad is like Pablo Escobar. Like what's going on right now, okay? So keep that in mind.
Yeah, this very much is already giving me Beyond Belief vibes, which, by the way, if you don't know what I mean by that, I don't actually mean literally Beyond Belief. I mean the show that I always pull up. It's called Beyond Belief Fact. It's a fact or fiction, I think. I never refer to it as Beyond Belief, but the show is called Beyond Belief Fact or Fiction. With the guy saying, "Oh, it's fake. We made it up. Not true. Never happened." That one. I'm already like, "Yep, this is beyond belief." Like, I'm not. There's no way.
Back to talking with Crystal, she said, "What do you mean? Be my plug. Like, get me drugs." So after explaining what a plug is, she told me to bring her some next week, which that week was graduation activities. And I told her, I don't know, maybe we could get in trouble for this. Then she started calling me words that I've never heard of or straight up bullying me in front of everyone because I didn't think that I wanted to bring her weed. I told her, fine, I'll bring you some. And she looked at me, gave me the biggest hug, and said, "You will be my best friend forever for this." I wanted her to be my best friend forever because she was cool. And so that week came, and I had...
Why does she have to give her contraband? Didn't she just show her a bunch of contraband? What does narrator need to give not cool girl contrabands?
I planned to get into this jewelry box and go to my dad's medicine cabinet and grab some marijuana. I shove it in my backpack and I left for school. And of course, Crystal is the first one to approach me at school, and immediately she grabs this box. Then she convinces me to go into the restroom. She then rolls one up and hands it to me after she basically rolls a joint in the middle school restroom. Like, that's what I'm getting out of this. This is nuts. I was
Again, never happens.
I wanted to be cool, but I didn't know what to do. So I just copied what she did and I put it into my mouth. I didn't even inhale. And then I just handed it back to her. And then when she knows...
Of course. Again, Beyond Belief didn't happen. Though, the thing with that is, I feel like I don't know what age like kids look like and how much mental capacity they have at these ages. So like 12-year-olds, I'm thinking like they're small and they would not do this, but like I don't know, maybe 12-year-olds is more advantage. 12 sounds so young, but it's, as a 12-year-old I was like, oh, I'm a preteen, you know. So you're at the age of like, oh, I'm not a kid anymore, I'm a preteen. So then like maybe a preteen could of course get into this kind of nonsense. I mean, if you ever watched, now I'm thinking about it, like Jerry Springer or something like that, 12 and 13-year-olds, 11, 12, 13-year-olds show up on that show sometimes, right? And have done, or those kind of shows in general, allegedly having done all this bad stuff, even somehow having kids, which is like, you are literally a child. How do you have a child? So yeah, I guess maybe a 12-year-old could be getting away with this nonsense. Like, piercings. I mean, girls have piercings anyway, so that's not really a big deal. I'm guessing she means more alternative style piercings plus the alleged tattoo, which again could just be a stick-on or whatever tattoo, or it could be henna. I forget what it's called. You know, the ones that you get drawn on with this special kind of substance. I don't know, and it stays on for a while. Could have been that? Question mark. Because I think kids actually over here did do that, because that stuff was over here around that time. So I swear there was kids that had got that done. You know, went to the mall and got some of that stuff applied for however long it lasts. You know, X amount of days, weeks, whatever. But yeah, again, it still feels like beyond belief. But again, I have a hard time like trying to understand what age kids can be doing like crazy stuff at, or how they would think. I don't know. Even though, you know, I mean, everyone was a kid at one time, but I just think kids are just, I don't know, kids, and maybe like dumber than they actually maybe are. So I think like a 12-year-old is like, hey, they're too dumb to be doing like drugs. I mean, now that sounds stupid, but I mean, like, they're too dumb to even like think about doing that kind of stuff. But I don't know. Probably not, because even maybe in single digits, it's something that comes to mind just because of all the drug ads, anti-drug ads, and whatnot. I don't know.
When she did it, I noticed she started laughing a lot and being all weird. So I copied her, and I start laughing a lot and not talking correctly and, and squinting my eyes. I did this all, even though I wasn't high, okay? Have you guys ever pretended to be drunk? Don't lie to me. Drunk?
No.
Yes.
No.
Never?
On God.
I just drunk. Okay. When you're young, you've never
No,
like...
when you're young then.
Oh! Yeah,
Yes!
I use grape juice.
Yes!
Yeah, that was cool.
With the Yakult too? And you act like the Yakult too are like shut.
Yeah, me too.
Yes, and then you start acting drunk with your friends even though there's literally nothing in there but straight up freaking sugar. Yeah. So that's basically what she's doing right now. She's pretending to be high off of her mind. We
Yeah, I don't know if I've done that or not, actually.
walked out the restroom laughing and stumbling and of course screaming, and would you guess it, we got caught by one of my favorite teachers. She pulled us in the principal's office and knew that it was us because we smelled like nasty skunks and we were being so loud. They then called my parents and Crystal's parents, and I could just hear the shock and disappointment in my mom's voice when she answered the phone. I started crying silently and my tears were just rolling down my face, and then Crystal's mom showed up so fast, and then Crystal out of nowhere starts hysterically crying and sobbing. Crystal's mom looked at me and called me a bitch and said that I was pressuring her daughter to do that because her daughter would never do that. Oh my God. I was...
What? Your daughter, the one who allegedly is covered in tattoos and alternative piercings, I'm assuming, because why wouldn't she just have normal piercings? Question mark. And whatever the heck else she was saying. Like, really? Your daughter would never? Question mark. Again, even though that doesn't really mean anything. Being someone who, again, likes alternative fashion, question mark. Like, I would probably be drawn to her, but then, like, probably, like, if when I was a kid, but then probably, like, immediately be like, okay, never mind, because she, you know, she's doing drugs, and I would have been like, okay, no drugs for me. I was what they refer to as straight edge. I don't know if kids still refer to that as being straight edge, you know, no drinking, no smoking, no narcotics, etc., etc. But yeah, I don't know why the mom would be like that, but it's probably just because, you know, she's her mom, so she doesn't know, and she would never think that their child, like, you would never think your child's doing nonsense like that, right?
I was so confused because her mom smelled just like us when she walked in. Like,
Oof.
I'm the one, right? And then her dad
You know, unless she's lying.
walks in, he also smells like me. And the principal's like, no, wait a minute, what's going on? But of course, Crystal got out of the punishment, but I didn't. I wasn't able to participate in any graduation activities. My friends didn't talk to me because Crystal made them hate me, and my parents were in so much pain. The pain that my dad went through, I could never forgive myself. He threw everything away, and I caught him crying, saying how he's the worst dad ever.
Aww.
The pain I get typing that, it just hurts. The school called child services on my house, and the workers told me that they knew I was a good kid, but I was hanging out with the wrong crowd. My parents couldn't even look at me. Everyone knew when I went to school. Everyone, like even the teachers would look at me with such disgust. Yeah, it was really bad.
Damn.
Wow. Oh, and then, wow, some more shit goes down. So during graduation, these two giant guys start running towards her, and this is like adults. And they get up in her face and say how she was gonna die, and she better watch her back. And they kept throwing up gang signs, but I didn't know what they meant. They said if I were ever to do that to Crystal again, they would find me.
Whoa.
So I cried, ran to my parents, the principal called the cops, and the people that were related to Crystal got arrested, and the whole graduation was ruined. Crystal had to go into foster care, and I didn't even know any better. I basically ruined her whole family.
Wait, what? Like that escalated very quickly? Question mark. Because I was like, what? That. I was actually confused for a second. So some hoodlums ran up to narrator and said they're going to kill her, but if she does that again, cops got called, and then somehow Crystal got taken away from her parents and put into foster care. What? Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy. I don't know where I left off, because like when I went to go do something and then came back, and then this was like reset for some reason. But yeah, like that just sounds nuts. Also, it's not lost upon me when I said, you know, that escalated quickly, because I mean, literally, this.
That escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
So like that's literally what happened here. I guess it's not that far-fetched. Like I know I want to say it's beyond belief, and it is not that real, but we're probably about to go into like a hard tangent right now. So you have to be prepared for that. You're also about to hear something very sad, so be prepared for that as well. Because it's kind of related to what we were just talking about. Because I know I was saying, like, can kids really be up to all this nonsense? But it for sure can happen. Like, it definitely happened. Well, I don't know if this definitely happened, but I could argue, like, I'm trying to remember back when I was in middle school, and I was like, oh yeah, probably this is something that could have possibly been going down, I think. With people around me, not necessarily with me. Because, like, even in my middle school, kids were probably trying to do, like, gangster stuff. And it's weird also because as a child, like, I and everyone around me felt old. Like, we're adults already. And then, even though we're all kids, right? It's just weird that you always feel, because you're always around these people. Like, these are like what normal people are, but no, these are just kids, but all your peers are kids, so they just seem normal. And it's like the norm, which then makes it seem like they're adults. I don't know if that makes any sense, if you don't understand what I'm saying. There definitely was like a lot of wannabe hoodlums in my middle school, or possibly even were part of gangs, question mark. Though this, if I keep hitting the mic, my bad. This gets to the point of where I was saying this is close to what we just heard, like these hoodlums, whatever, running up to the narrator and saying, hey, we're going to kill you if you do this again. Because in middle school, I don't remember whose sister it was. The guy went to our school, because the brother and sister were at our school, and I think the brother was in a gang, question mark. And again, if you don't want to hear anything sad, you skip this. I kind of like, I'm spoiling what is going to happen, but if you don't want to hear anything sad, skip this. Like he again was part of a gang, and I think they were at his house. Like they did a drive-by at his house. You know, they tried to kill him because, you know, you're doing gang stuff. That's just what happens. Another gang's gonna try to kill you, and they missed and got his sister instead. And she eventually, I think a few days later, like, she did die from this. Like, they shot her. She got hit in the head and was in a coma for a while, but then died. I don't remember if he was still at the school or not after that, or what, but yeah, like that actually happened in my middle school. Like, literally a place for 12 to 14. I think 14 might be a bit old, but, you know, 11 to 13 to 14 year olds. Like this is something that happens in that age group where, you know, brother was messing around with gang stuff and then got his sister killed because of it. And even as a kid, I always thought like he's gonna have to live with that for the rest of his life, right? That his actions potentially, well, not because I don't know if like it was directly his, you know, gangster doings that got his sister killed, or if these guys just happened to go by. But the story was that, you know, they were trying to kill him because he was in a gang, but they missed and got his sister instead. Unfortunately. And you know, I was even back then I was thinking, well, like, wow, he's gonna have to live with that for the rest of his life. To even if he even like gets to live a long life, he's gonna be living with that forever. So that's like pretty messed up. I think I even have a paper. I don't know if it's over here. Like, let me see if I have it somewhere. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know where it's at. But I know because I kept a lot of my stuff from school, like, you know, notebooks, paper, assignments, and stuff. I think I threw most of that stuff away, if not all of it, because we moved. But if I didn't move, I probably would have hold on to it forever. But all that stuff kind of got thrown. But there was a paper that I still had, and I probably still have it because I think I brought it to this new place, talking about the fact of, you know, so-and-so has, you know, passed away from yada, 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 right? So I actually even have like a paper talking about this event that happened. Again, was in her school. Pretty sure her brother was in her school. I don't know if was he in her school. Yeah, I think both of them were in her school. Lovely girl, unfortunately, just, you know, taken too soon because of gang activity. Question mark. I think we also had something like this in high school. I think someone in our high school also got killed. I'm assuming it was a drive-by as well from, you know, gang activity. I think we even had like a little mural in the middle of the entrance hallway with his picture surrounded by, I don't know what was around it. It's too long ago for me to remember clearly. I just know I think we had like a table and his picture in the middle of the hallway there after he got killed. I don't know if he was in a gang, but again, my high school was even worse than middle school. Middle school is just a, you know, charter school for middle schoolers, so you don't expect it to be like a place for hoodlums or anything. It just, there was some people in quote-unquote gangs there. But in high school, like, everyone there was like trying to be a gang or a gangster or whatever, so I'm assuming it's because he was a gangster and that's why he got potentially killed. But yeah, in high school as well, someone got taken out. I think they try to even possibly take someone out in front of our school, but I don't know. Question mark. Because I wasn't there. So I don't know if that's true or not. It was just told to me secondhand, I think, so I can't confirm or deny if that actually didn't happen. If they did try to take someone out in the front of our school. But someone who went to our school did get taken out from gang violence. And then again, even in middle school, someone in our middle school got taken out by gang violence accidentally, as I was saying. So I know I was going on the whole thing of like, I don't know if kids and whatnot would be involved in any of this stuff, but again, like, I was in middle school, literally had a classmate die from gang violence. So again, it's just the fact that I don't think about childhood like that, or like what age I was doing what at. And just like when I see kids, I'm like, oh, they're kids. They're just dumb kids who don't know anything or wouldn't like be doing anything too crazy. But like, no, like, again, literally had classmates dying from gang violence in middle school, question mark. So yeah, like, who knows? Some of them are probably doing drugs over there as well. Like, who knows what else they're doing over there. Anyways, long tangent over. I'm pretty sure no one wants to hear about that kind of stuff. At least not anymore. So yeah, we can finish up with that. It just, that stuff went hand in hand. It made me remember, so thought I'd talk about it.
I'm 20 now, and I still have nightmares about it. I don't do drugs at all or drink. I go to college and work my butt off at my job. But I wish I could apologize to Crystal, and I hope that she's doing okay. On a lighter note, love you guys.
Oof. Yeah, don't do drugs, kids. Don't be a hoodlum.
I love you too, okay? Thank you so much for being you, Stephanie. You and your family are the sweetest souls alive, and I couldn't be more grateful that I came across your page.
I think middle.
Possibly don't hang out with them either. I mean, some people are going to say, like, they can't help it, but no. Don't do drugs. Stay out of trouble. Don't do gang stuff. Don't commit gang violence. Don't hang out with people who are the wrong crowd, question mark. I mean, you get to decide who the wrong crowd is. You can argue that's subjective, but you can also argue that it's objective, like who is the wrong crowd and who isn't, question mark. There's almost like a black and white with that, or at least there's like a black and then shades of gray up to white. But I feel like maybe not even white, but like black, just solid black and then shades of gray. And by the solid black, I mean like this is definitively evil people, and then shades of gray are different levels of evil to potentially good.
Middle school is crazier than high school, to be honest.
Yeah.
Really? For you?
Yes, because I think middle school is a time where you're truly running off peer pressure.
Right, and you get influenced so easily.
And then high school is the time where like individualism becomes more cool again. So you're like, I don't have to do what you tell me to do because I'm an individual, you know? Okay, next one. Stephanie, I need your advice. Buckle up, it's a long one. I'm a 33-year-old female. There's this guy in my life, let's call him Mark. He's 5 years older than me, so he's 38, and he lives in America while I live in Hong Kong, and we've known each other since I was 14. Oh, that's like more than half your life. We have mutual family friends and saw each other at family events a lot, and we always got along. He used to let me koala hug his leg, and he would try to run with my weight, trying to hold him down. Oh my god, that's kind of cute. It was so much fun. And then we met again when I was 19, and he was 24. And this time, it was different. This time, I felt like I started to have a crush on him. But I thought, I'm still a kid in his eyes, right? Even though it's only a 5-year difference, like they met when they were young, so it makes sense. Fast forward to I'm 24, he's 29, I flew to America and we met up with his family and friends. I had a boyfriend at the time, but every time I looked at Mark, my stomach was doing like somersaults. It was such an odd feeling, and every time he would look at me, I just wished that he would freaking kiss me.
Okay, I don't know if this is the husband and childhood friend thing or not, because obviously that is in the title. Though I heard on Twitter recently a way of thinking, and I was like, I wouldn't have felt that way at all. I would have been against it, but I am very not fence sitter, but my mind can be changed, question mark. So it was basically saying, maybe I should just give like full detail. It was, you can say it's probably like a cringe post, but someone was saying the type of girl, I think, that you like comes into your life after getting into a relationship, and it was like a video of like a very attractive cute girl, right? Because it's like, oh, as soon as you get into a relationship, all of a sudden all these cute girls come out of the woodworks to be your friend or try to be interested in you, and a lot of people are actually saying if you really want to be with this new person, and they are willing to be with you, then just do it, because they put it in a way where it's like, dating is not I don't know how to say it, like not like marriage, or like not like pseudo marriage. It's like you're trying to find the one. So if you think someone's the one, even though you're with somebody already, well then just leave the person you're with and go be with the one. Because you're trying to find the person you're trying to spend the rest of your life with, not spend the rest of your life with this person that you're with right now, unless you think they are the one. I can't articulate it in a good way like people were online, but I was like, I guess. Like I was kind of like, oh, okay, I can see the kind of point that they're trying to make of, if you truly think that this new person who has come into your life out of nowhere after just getting into a relationship, or you're already in a relationship, they show up and you're like, I gotta be with this person instead. I feel like they're gonna be the one, and the person I'm with, I'm just kind of just mellowing out with. I don't know, like they're okay person, but this new person, like, oh, let's switch over. But that sounds messed up. Like you should just stay with a person, like what I was saying. Like that would have been my normal go to. It's like, oh, you're already with somebody. Like, who cares if this person, you're way more attracted to this new person? I don't know. I feel like it's a nuanced topic, but that would be applied here, right? You know, you have a boyfriend, but you have a crush on this other guy and you really want to be with him. Well, then dating isn't a prison sentence, right? So if you want to do it, just go for it. If you get screwed over, oh well, right? Better luck next time. Though, counterpoint to that is the dating climate right now is not great, right? Like, most people are single, most people are going to stay single. Might be the singlest few generations in human history, which hopefully eventually changes around. So a lot of people, a lot of millennials, Gen Z, I don't know about Alpha. Alpha shouldn't be dating right now, right? Millennials, Gen Alpha, maybe even Gen X, are probably going to die alone, ? With no kids. And who knows what that's going to do. But it's just to make the point of, like, there's allegedly a lot of people out there, male and female, who aren't dating and are getting really old, and they're probably not going to date. They're just going to choose to stay alone forever. So, I don't know. But even though they are like alone, they don't want to settle for anything but perfection. So there's also that. So it might be kind of hard to just like do that kind of behavior of like you're with somebody, but all of a sudden you find someone who you think is quote unquote better, and you leave the other person for the other person. But then what if that doesn't work out? Now you're alone, and again, you're probably not going to find anybody if we're to take the dating climates seriously, where like nobody wants to be with anyone. I don't know anything about any of this. Yeah, I'm just saying that was like a way like people recently have been talking, where it's like it's okay. That's basically how they're saying it's okay to leave someone you're happy with for someone you think you're going to be happier with ? Because dating isn't, again, like a prison sentence. But again, that doesn't feel good at the same time. So I'm not advocating for that kind of behavior. I'm just saying people online, like literally recently, like if not just like yesterday or the day before, have been discussing this and saying stuff like that. So I would assume they would tell her, okay, we'll just dump your boyfriend and give this guy. Even though you shouldn't be doing that, but you can do whatever you want.
He didn't though, okay? So we just kept talking about books and music and all of our interests, and I told him how much I love The Little Prince, and he loved The Great Gatsby. Okay, so you guys are like educated. I'd be like, have you read like it's a literature, 50 Shades of Avatar is like
Oof.
very you know, it's an immersive experience.
I don't know what that is. Obviously everybody knows what 50 Shades is, but
I felt this pull towards him, but I was also confused because physically he's not my type. So I don't get what the attraction is. Anyways, we part ways, and I had a trip to see some friends in LA, and another friend of mine was coming from Boston, and I was arriving an hour before her. We would wait at the airport for the Boston flight to arrive, and then we would get picked up together to save the trip. I was sitting in the arrival area near the baggage claim when all of a sudden I see the Little Prince being placed on my lap. Shut up right now. So she's at the airport, and she's sitting down, and she's like looking probably on her phone, and all of a sudden her favorite book is being placed on her lap. And so I look up, and it's Mark. This guy flew all the way here and got me my favorite pro. If that's not that's literally a love.
Does she have a boyfriend?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do we do then? What do we do?
Yeah, what would you
do? Do we go for the true love, or do we be loyal?
Gotta be loyal.
So you don't say yes to true love, real love?
Dude, but if a guy flew all the way for you just to hand a book,
Yeah.
I don't know.
So loyal or true love? What do you pick?
Tiffany.
Do you follow your heart, or do you follow your brain?
Hey, don't put me on the spot like this. Alright, you go first.
Yeah, Tiffany as a woman. Loyal.
again, this is like the conversation I was just having, like people are having right now, where again, they're saying it's fine to just dump your perfectly fine relationship to seek higher grounds. Though, once again, counterpoint to that, which actually, now that I'm thinking about it, actually puts me back on the boat of do not do this, is because that's actually the exact attitude as to why, like one of the reasons why relationships are so bad right now, because you're constantly seeking more and more and more, this perfection of a person or whatnot, so that even if you're with someone with a stable relationship, they're nice, money, whatever, it's like, oh, you find someone who has more money. Well, I'm going to dump this guy because he has more money, or this guy is hotter than the guy I'm with, so let's dump him and get with the next guy. Right? So I think that actually is hurting the dating climate, because too many people are actually doing this, where they're constantly seeking someone who's even better than who they're with now, even if who they're with now is perfectly fine, question mark. And because they're constantly, I guess, not settling, even though no one wants to settle, but because no one wants to settle, no one's getting to a permanent relationship, question mark. Obviously there's a lot of hyperbole here, right? Obviously people have to be getting, like, dating and getting to marriage and having children, right? It's just is in a decent decline. I don't know how much the population is going to suffer from it, but I don't think it's going to be that bad, right? But who knows? Maybe we'll, like, have a crazy situation that happens at some point, or end up in a what is it book/movie calls? I don't know. Children of Men, is that what it's called? I don't know. It's the one where I think, is it like all females are become infertile, question mark, and then like one is magically able to have kids? I don't know, something like that. But who knows if that's a scenario that ends up actually happening to humanity. People do think it might actually happen, so who knows, but the other way around, actually. Anyways, off topic, getting in like some dark stuff, question mark.
Loyal.
So you look at this book and you go,
Like, what are you doing?
you just go, oh, why are you here?
What's
What's
like Mark, then I will break up with my boyfriend and then go.
Okay, so the book gets
So
placed on you.
that means you will go for true love.
Oh.
True love. That's what it means.
Wow. Okay, so you have a boyfriend and you're at the airport with us, and all of a sudden Ballo comes and places a book on your lap.
No, not Ballo. It has to be like someone else.
No, it's gotta be Ballo.
Because Ballo, they're together with Ballo.
But Ballo's her true love, honey. Who's that? Who's the guy that she loves? The
Xiao.
old buff dude.
Peng Yuyan.
Yeah, he comes up here.
Bye, Paul.
Damn! Someone call Ballo. Okay, so then I look up and this guy flew here with my favorite book. So I kissed him.
Oof.
I know I had a boyfriend. It took everything in my body to control it the first time, but when this wonderful human showed up with my favorite book, I just couldn't help it. We spent a whole week together, and I lost my virginity to him. Oh, okay, that's really, really bad. I had so much trust. I loved him. The time came, and I had to fly back home. We still kept in touch. Oh, because she lives in Hong Kong, remember? We still kept in touch, but I knew I had to choose. I felt the right decision was to stay with the boyfriend because that's the, quote, right thing to do. So I ignored all of my gut feelings, and I ended things with Mark, and it was awful. I told my boyfriend the truth, too, and he said he loved me enough to forgive me, and we could work through it. Mark and I stopped talking for a bit, but slowly went back to being friends and sending each other memes on Instagram. Oh my god, oh my god. When I turned 26, my boyfriend and I broke up. Okay, it wasn't because of the cheating, but we just didn't have the same life plans and goals. I had moved to Australia at this point and I was working on my independence, and then I meet Gabe. So I fall in love with Gabe, and I learned so much from him and about myself, and we just shared the same goals and we have the same humor, and whenever I introduced him to my friends, they would all go, oh, okay, like, I see why you guys are together. He's my best friend and probably the easiest relationship I've ever been in. When I was 30, Gabe proposed. Like, he did everything perfectly, and I said yes.
Okay, this must be that, right? Because now we're talking about he proposed. At least the person that she's potentially going to end up with now isn't who she ended up cheating on, unless she ends up cheating on this guy too. Question mark. The fact that she's broken up with the other guy kind of makes me forget, okay, great, whatever she did before doesn't matter. But then if we don't let that slide, okay, you cheated on your boyfriend with your childhood best friend, and then I don't know, because you can't say you led on your childhood best friend, but I don't know, because were you just cheating with your friends knowing that you weren't going to choose him? You were having your cake and eating it too, question mark, it seems. And then thankfully, well, not thankfully, because who knows how much damage that guy actually took from having to deal with being cheated on, and just like putting up with it anyways. But either way, thankfully, quote unquote, he was fine with you cheating that one time, because I guess he just liked you enough. You ended up breaking up anyways. But now we have new guy. Is she going to cheat on this guy too? And she should have just, like, once you broke up with that one guy, she should have just like got with him, like stop playing around, because now we're in a situation where you're screwing people over. And I hope that she doesn't end up cheating on this guy too, but this story appears to be pretty long. Because this whole section is cheating, like all the way over here. I figured this like was longer than that though. Maybe the stories are messed up, I don't know. Yeah, so if she's going to get married around here, what the heck happens through all of this? Like, Jesus Christ, what is all that?
I was so happy. And obviously the pandemic pushed back wedding plans, but we were so happy with a long engagement. Gabe and I got COVID at one point and we were isolating at home, and I was having a short conversation with Mark when a migraine started to hit. I sent him a voice memo telling him I can't really look at bright screens, so I would just send a voice memo. Then he responded with his own voice memo. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. I haven't heard his voice since LA, and my heart skipped a beat.
Oh my god.
I ignored it, and we kept chatting super platonically, nothing romantic. But I felt that pull again, you know? And
Dude.
as we kept talking, I found out that Mark had this old Tumblr blog that he kept since we broke up, and he had written some poetry whenever he thought of me.
Oh my god.
You guys are really an educated group, okay? It wasn't like creepy or stalker, like it was few and far between when something reminded him of me, and it just helped his grieving process, and it helped him find an outlet for his feelings because we were only a moment. I read them.
The whole poetry part, I was like, okay, beyond belief, didn't happen, fiction, whatever, but we'll keep saying it. Like, she's trying to paint him as some sort of like storybook character, but we'll see.
And my heart melted, and of course, I fell for his words, but I didn't say anything.
Wait, Tiffany, why are you awing?
I know,
Just
Tiffany's
say,
over here like,
"Aw."
oh my god, Bella, where's my Tumblr account? Okay, Tiffany, what do you do? Who do you go for?
Why did they not be together?
I think it's because they live so far apart.
It's hard to be together.
Yeah, and then like her life was in Hong Kong, but then she moved to Australia, and then like she ran into another guy, fell in love, and then, but he's like always the one that got away feeling. Okay,
Damn.
another few weeks passed, and we kept talking, and everything was still pretty platonic. And I could comfortably put him on loudspeaker and not care if Gabe heard us. Like, that's how platonic it was. Like, we're just talking as friends. One night, Gabe was hanging out at a friend's house, and I was home alone. Mark and I started talking, and I was drinking some wine, and I had let it slip that sometimes I feel like I have to catch myself and hold my tongue when I talk to him. Like, you know the feeling when you... What are you giggling about?
Sorry. He's He's making like funny faces. Man.
What's the funny face he's doing? He's
Probably
literally
no.
sitting like this.
No, he's not. He's like.
Okay? Like, you know the feeling when you first want to say I love you to someone, but you're worried it's too soon?
Oh.
So you keep it in, and it feels like it's going to come out? I was feeling that. And then he's like, what do you mean? And so I tried to explain, like, you know, I kind of get like a weird feeling in my stomach and my chest when I talk to you. And he responded that he felt the same way. He said that he felt
Yeah,
it for
of course he's going to say that.
years, and he just learned to live with it.
You just learned to live with it? Oh my god.
Okay? So my heart fell a little again. And I finally come to the realization that what I feel for Mark is like I've fallen in love with him in previous
Bro.
in previous lifetimes, over and over and over again, and that loving him felt like the easiest thing. I think he's my soulmate.
Yikes.
We've done nothing about it, and he is always...
Oof. Like her husband is not having it in the background. I don't know. He said yikes, so kind of that is a pretty big oof. She should have just got with him from the get-go. She should have, as soon as she cheated, she needed to go. Well, and she shouldn't have cheated in the first place. She should have dumped her boyfriend and then cheated. If she had like no self-control, she should have dumped him and then cheated and then got with him. So technically, it wouldn't have been cheating. And just got together instead of playing these games, having your cake eat it too. You know, you have a boyfriend, screw around, get a fiance. Potentially going to start screwing around too. It's like, I know we're painting this like some sort of romance novel of her getting to have all this passion ? But we're talking about a real person, allegedly, if this is not, you know, fiction and not made up. Talk about a real person potentially cheating on multiple people. And even though she's painted as the protagonist, right? Because she's the narrator, but she kind of is the bad guy ? Because she just is choosing not to be with this guy from the get-go, and now she's going to double cheat with this guy, when she should have just been with him from the get-go, so none of this would have happened in the first place.
Always respected my boundaries. I am engaged, and as much as someone is your soulmate, that doesn't mean he's the right partner, right?
Okay.
It's like a head versus heart scenario. What do? I can't.
Okay, so she hasn't done anything yet. I guess they're just going to talk about this for a while, because it's going to be a long discussion. Like, half of this story is going to be them talking about what she should do.
Relationship I've invested so much in, and a partner that I've built my life with. Like, I love Gabe so much, but am I throwing away an opportunity to be with a true love? Like, is true love overrated? Is it worth everything? Is it worth starting over? Stephanie, I love your channel and I hope you never stop and constantly have passion to create. I can't wait for your upcoming book. See that accountability through bits. And I love seeing you so happy with your family. Much love, A.
Okay, so that's the end of that. So again, it's just the thing I was talking about earlier. Is it okay when you're dating, not necessarily dating, when you're not married, to just keep seeking a more and more perfect partner rather than settling for someone who is perfectly fine? Which again is one of the reasons, not the only reason, it might not even be the biggest reason, but it's just like one of the reasons why a lot of people are single right now and will probably stay single forever, is because they keep seeking this perfect being that's never going to show up. Question mark. But again, apparently a lot of people think that's what you should be doing, so I don't know. I think we already know what Tiffany and Stephanie are going to say. Maybe it's just like more of a feminine thing to want to chase after the childhood friends now. I think that might just be because they read too many romance novels, question mark, and that's why they would choose that option. But maybe if you're not into romance novels, question mark, maybe you would just stick with the person you're already with. Like, what would be the defining factor? Like, what from one person to the other would make them choose one of the other options? Like, is the fact that they're so deep in smut? I'm assuming Tiffany is. Maybe Tiffany isn't, but Stephanie, obviously, you know, I'm guessing. I'm assuming. I don't actually know this. I'm just assuming like every second of her life is spent nose deep in a book of smut? Question mark. I mean, I'm just joking and being hyperbolic, but I'm assuming she reads it enough, right? I assume she just mentioned 50 Shades or whatever the other book was, and she talks about it here and there. So I'm just assuming she is a connoisseur of that type of stuff. And Tiffany, I'm assuming maybe so too. I don't know anything about Tiffany. Question mark. So who knows if that's accurate or not. But I assume that would have some sort of factor in how you would behave here. Because that seemed like a behavior that you might see in a romance novel, is potentially cheating and then maybe going and running off with your quote-unquote soulmate in this scenario. So yeah.
Oh man, okay, everybody cast your vote.
Okay, cast
I think I've been talking too much. Should I stop talking this video, because it's almost an hour? It's going to be 8 soon, so this video is going to be really late today. We're only like halfway done for this video too, so this could end up being like close to 2 hours. Hopefully it only ends up being like an hour and a half if I stop talking. I mean, if I have something to say, I'll say it.
I think she should stick with Gabe.
She just stick with Gabe.
Yes.
But she will constantly feel this pull with another guy.
She shouldn't.
But she does.
But she can't.
She can't
The
help it.
heart wants.
Stop talking to them. Like, that's also a problem, is you shouldn't be keeping around people that you can't just have a friendship with, that you're constantly longing for and you want to be with, you want to have relations with. You shouldn't be playing like games with people like that. If you cannot just be someone's friend and you desperately are just constantly wanting to be with them, you shouldn't be talking to them. They should not be in your life. Question mark. Because it's driving you crazy, especially driving them crazy. You're going to ruin your relationship. You're going to ruin whatever relationship they have potentially. It's just, you cannot be friends. Stop talking to him. If you want to be with Gabe, in this scenario, if she wants to be with Gabe, she has to stop talking to Mark, I think she was referring to him as. Like, Mark needs to be erased from existence in your life. He needs to never show back up again. Because otherwise you're just going to constantly be thinking about him. Constantly wanting to have relations. You're going to end up screwing over Gabe to get with Mark. Mark might end up screwing over whoever he ends up being with. And it's just, you're just hurting people for no reason. You can't be friends with people who want to screw you.
That's what it wants.
Well, sometimes you gotta be logical.
What's good about the current?
I think they had their own experience together, you know, and they went through all, whatever it is, like good times, bad times.
Yeah.
And you know, it's just, why would you leave that person just because, oh, there might be a better person? you know.
But she's been feeling that about the other person for like 10 years.
Does that person feel the same?
Yeah, he said
yeah.
that. He said he's trying to suppress it.
Well, words are cheap, you know.
Words are cheap.
Oof.
Anyone can say, "Oh, I love you,"
Oh, so he's like, the other party should have pursued her.
but Gabe showed.
Gabe showed up.
Gabe showed up, yeah, and Mark's in LA. All right.
So she's in Hong Kong, Mark's in LA.
Which is now in Australia. Keep up.
Okay, what do you say, babe?
It's kind of like if Mark really wanted it, he would have been like, "Hey, we need to get together." Question mark, I guess.
When I was maybe like a year ago, I would say go for the one that makes more logical sense. But now, I'm all for soulmates. All right, I'm married.
Again, like I already knew Stephanie was gonna say that.
My head's in the clouds, you know what I mean? But I say, go for the soulmate because I don't see any red flags with Mark. So it's not like, oh, Mark is everything, but he has like a crazy gambling addiction. But like his blah, blah, blah. There's no like red flag I see other than the fact that your lives are in different areas right now. But okay, I can't believe I'm exposing my mom. But my mom was telling me how when she went to Korea, the last time when my grandmother passed away, she met up with this guy. And they had known each other when they were really young. He's married, has a bunch of kids that are like
Hold on.
older
Do
than
you have the permission to?
It's fine, it's fine. He's married, has kids that are older than me and my sister. My mom is divorced, has kids. And she was saying it's such a weird experience seeing him again. And he told her that he'd always had a crush on her, but the way he says it is not like very deep and loving. It's just like, how did you not know? Like, and then it's just like, what a moment, you know? What a weird moment. I wonder what that felt like.
But if your mom and him got together,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be here.
Oh, Stephanie.
Then where's my soulmate?
Oh, someone had to sacrifice. Someone had to sacrifice.
You know?
Yeah, but like,
Yeah, I'd be settling with like Jessica.
Jessica, do you want to die?
I don't know who Jessica is.
Jessica, think about it this
I'm guessing it was a joke. Like Jessica might not even be real. There's something I wanted to say to that. I can't remember though. Oh, it has to do with the constantly seeking someone better, which we were like they themselves are like referring to it as this as well. I don't know if that's just like don't crucify me for saying this. I don't know if it's more of like a feminine thing to like constantly seek someone better question mark as well. I don't know if that factors in or not. Obviously, I don't know if that's true or not.
way. How would you feel if you meet Mark when you're 60 and you guys say, wow, look at the life I have and look at the life you have. I wonder what things would have been like if we were together. Like if that makes you sad when you think about it, then I would say you need to give it a chance, no?
So she should break up and go there. Go to LA.
Yeah, like just ruin Gabe's life to go with Mark. But I mean, what can you do? Again, like a lot of people think this isn't a perfectly fine, a perfectly acceptable thing, or not even acceptable, what you should be doing. A lot of people believe this is what you should do. You should keep chasing after the high of trying to find someone better, yada, yada, yada.
I'm just coming to New York. I'm here. You guys can both move to New York. We can sit and chat about this in real life, you know? We'd be like, wait a minute. So you guys did what?
Okay, so this is what I would do, right?
Okay.
Usually when I have difficult decision to make.
Bro, I already know.
What?
Get a sheet of paper, draw a line in the middle, pros and cons. Is that how you, did you make a pros and cons list for our relationship and for me and
I
for
thought we
marrying me?
did. I thought we did, like
You
at the
guys should
very
share it.
beginning. I feel like we did, no?
For our relationship? No.
We didn't? Oh.
No.
I feel like that's how, I started doing that for, like, hard decision, difficult decision. And then it makes it very clear, truly.
So if it has more pros, you just go for it.
Yeah, of course. So for her, what's the con, right? She may lose
Gabe,
a good guy,
Yeah.
and she may lose the life that she's used to, which is a big.
Wait, I mean, she doesn't lose anything if she is fine losing Gabe. Like, if she's fine losing Gabe, well, then she loses nothing. Question mark, right? She loses nothing and gains Mark. I guess if you want to go completely all scenarios, loses Gabe, tries to go with Mark, ends up not working out with Mark, she now ends up with nobody. Is like a middle ground for that. It's not worst case scenario, because I know what the worst case scenario would be. I mean, you could just, how far do you want to go? Breaks up with Gabe, tries to go with Mark, Gabe gets jealous and goes and eliminates both of them, right? That's like psycho worst case scenario. But what would be like a realistic worst case scenario? I don't know. She breaks up with Gabe to get with Mark, but Mark doesn't even want to get with her, so she ends up breaking up with Gabe for no reason. Or similar but not exactly the same thing. Breaks up with Gabe, gets with Mark, they hook up, and then Mark ghosts her, and then that's it. He just was trying to hook up. But they've already done that before, and he didn't really do that, so you can't expect it to happen again. Or you can't expect it to happen from the get-go. I don't know why I'm saying gecko or again, because it didn't happen. So you can't expect it to happen because it hasn't happened before, is what I'm trying to say. I mean, this is just too complicated. I don't know why I'm even putting so much effort into thinking about this. Yeah, obviously I would say just stay with Gabe, but everyone is probably going to go with Mark. Question mark.
Big risk, yes. But the pros, right? You look at pros. So, I mean, just run that down and see what.
Do you marry your best friend or your soulmate?
But what if your best friend is your soulmate?
What if they're not, though, in this case? She thinks Gabe is her best friend, and Mark is her soulmate. Tiffany, who do you choose?
I don't think you're supposed to marry all your best friends.
They're best friend for a reason.
You think soulmate? Do you think soulmates are real?
You think
I
Paul is a
don't
soulmate?
really understand much about soulmate. They don't really living together.
That's why they say they don't even live together. They have so much connection.
But then sometimes in a soulmate, when they live together, they're just
So Tiffany's saying the beauty comes from they're not together.
Yeah.
And
But
it's
once they live together, they start fighting about toilet paper. They start fighting about who's doing the dishes.
Yeah.
That's true. Sometimes it's romanticized because
Yeah.
you're not together and you
Yeah.
feel like this is the one that got away.
I would just
Damn,
go on
Tiffany.
So you go with stay with Gabe.
Yeah, like
Let's go.
So you guys
Okay, well, good on Tiffany on that. Is there something else I was going to say with that in slight relation to what she was saying? But I've forgotten what. Oh yeah, I was just going to say like some people don't believe that soulmates exist, so there's also people who would take that into consideration, and that's why they wouldn't get with Mark, I guess, because they don't believe in that kind of thing, like the one.
You guys are both Gabe. What are you? Are you team Mark?
I'm team pie chart.
Pie
T chart.
T-chart.
Pros and
Okay.
cons.
Pros and cons list. I'm team Mark. Because like think about
Yeah,
it.
I mean, again, Stephanie picking Mark was predicted at the beginning of the video before this, before we even got to the story. Like literally, as soon as you read the title of this video, you already knew who Stephanie was choosing. I think I even thought about it. Like I read the title, I was like, oh yeah, Stephanie's going to say choose the childhood friend, right? I already knew that. I just didn't say that. If I did say it during the video, I've forgotten. But in my head, I was already thinking it before I even started this reaction. So
What an experience to have in your one lifetime, no?
You're more of like a dreamer and like
Yeah.
a feeling type of person.
So what if this woman doesn't work out after together? Like
Oh.
life situation.
But it's better. So
Yeah.
for her type of brain, it's like what if? Like at least I tried.
Regret, right?
Yeah, at
Yes,
least I tried.
and then like, don't you want to experience one epic love story in your lifetime before you die? Yeah.
yeah, like at least you tried. But now you like how many times are you going to try until you end up old and alone? So you're going to say, oh yeah, I got such a amazing love story for like a second, but then it didn't work out, and now I'm 60 and I'm alone because I spent too much time trying to find the perfect one or experimenting. Like it's obviously people want you to experiment, it's fine to experiment, but how I feel like there is a time limit on experimenting, question mark, or trying to find the perfect person, because you will eventually run out of time. You will eventually be too old for that, or you will just die, question mark.
Never too late to have after.
Look at my mom. She's still looking for that big love story. Okay? She's like, I gotta go back to.
Okay, it doesn't, again, she's still looking, but like, do you want to spend your entire life looking?
Korea? I gotta go find that guy.
We have an idea.
Okay.
Yes.
We wanted to find Oma a new boyfriend.
No way.
Like she's interested.
Yeah.
She's just shy. So the idea is that we put out a ad or something.
Below,
No
be on the lookout.
way.
Yeah.
Maybe
And then
for
we go
real.
through like blind test, not blind test, blind date.
So what's the age range like?
Age range like 55 to like 75.
If you guys have single dads, single uncles, single grandpas in your life,
Korean, must be Korean.
yes, because the language, right?
Yeah.
Obviously,
Live in Georgia.
or Korea, or New York,
Yeah.
the places we go. Then please leave a comment. Please pimp out your family members for my mother.
Oma's very, very sincere.
Let me sell her. This is what she would describe herself as. My mom would describe herself as very young-spirited, and she says all of her friends say that. She swears to God. I've never personally heard it. She says, from the back, they say I look like I'm still in high school.
She does say that.
Yeah, she brags about it, and she says everybody loves my golf fit. So, yeah, she wears Aritzia golf little skirts. I'm just saying, you know, you've got like a single daddy who's a little horn dog for Aritzia tennis
Yo.
skirts.
Yo.
Call up my mommy.
I saw an interview,
Yeah.
like it was a Chinese interview of they were interviewing these Chinese seniors. They're like probably 60s, 70s. Blind date. So two of them sit down, and then one of them was asking the grandpa, like, do you have any questions for her? So he was like, do you feel like comfortable like doing it? And the grandma was so mad, like, what are you talking about right now? What are you talking about? He's like, but you know, because I still have needs and.
My mom also volunteers at a senior citizen home. She's a very kind woman. On Wednesday, she goes to teach them ping pong.
So like at those senior homes, or she calls them like seniors because she's not a senior.
yeah. Oh, they always look at her and go have fun. You're young. Don't come here. yeah.
That's a big compliment.
Yeah, she's 62, y'all.
But she doesn't look 62, guys.
Yeah, from the back.
Well, 62 is a senior, question mark. Can't she get Social Security at 62? Question mark. I don't know if they keep playing around with the number. It keeps like going up, so I don't know if it's still 62, but literally Social Security age.
So yeah, they be doing some wild stuff at the senior citizen home because most of their partners are dead. Anyways, LOL, boys are so gross and annoying. Honestly, valid. Okay. Back in 2019 of my freshman year of college, I had a hard time adjusting to the new environment. But then I met a boy. I thought he was so sweet. I thought he was so kind. But turns out he was just really horny. Yeah, so he would have to do the nasty about 4 to 5 times a day.
Wow.
Doing the nasty was the only thing on his mind 25/8. Mind you.
How old was he? 'Cause I didn't catch how old they were. Question mark. Because I guess, sure, whatever, depending on how old he was. If he's like a teenager or something, I guess that would be all he would care about. But I feel like, are we at college? Let's go back. And yes, I did catch her using the joke of like, what, 24/8 or whatever?
Anyways, LOL, boys are so gross and annoying. Honestly, valid. Okay. Back in 2019 of my freshman year of college, I had a hard
Yeah, they're in college, so I don't know what's wrong with him.
time adjusting to the new environment. But then I met a boy. I thought he was so sweet. I thought he was so kind. But turns out he was just really horny. Yeah, so he would have to do the nasty about 4 to 5 times a day.
Yo.
Doing the nasty was the only thing on his mind 25/8. Mind you,
Oh, the 25/8 is what I was trying to say earlier.
I was a virgin up until I met this monster, so I had very limited information about doing the nasty. Even though I didn't want to do the nasty with him, at this point I was thinking, you know, why is doing the nasty even so hyped up? I don't really feel anything, you know, no pleasure. Honestly, felt like a tampon. Ooh. He would ask me why I would never get excited or anything. So ever since that day that he asked me that, I would start like fake moaning or whatever. So anyways, him asking me about doing the nasty, about 4 to 5 times a day lasted about a month. And I noticed that my pee was smelling really nasty. And I would be using the restroom every 10 minutes, but not knowing any information. I thought I just had a small bladder. Girl. Okay, can I tell you guys something that I learned on TikTok?
Yeah.
I learned it on TikTok. What they said, literally, sleeping with boys and disgusting men is literally killing women because all that bacteria goes directly inside your bod and it can mess with your gut health, your bacterial health. It can literally mess up your health. So think about that the next time you look at that guy and think, is he really worth it? The answer is always no. But one day, I had a fever of 101. I couldn't walk. I was throwing up and there was blood in my pee. I rushed to the emergency room. They took my temperature. They took a urine sample and I was waiting for the results. The doctor comes in. Dun, 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 tells me I have a kidney infection.
Ooh.
He also said that
The
it
heck?
waited longer than this. It could have ended up really bad. He tells me this happens when you have a lot of intercourse. I was so furious. But also, I was furious at my
What? That's weird. I never heard of that. You can get an infection from having relations too much. It's not from the relations itself. It's just, oh, you reached an arbitrary number of too many interactions, and now you have a kidney infection. I need more information on that.
myself or letting it get to this point. I was so embarrassed. The doctors prescribed antibiotics to take for a week, and that whole week
Because I was assuming this is going to be like a UTI or something, but they just said kidney infection, so I don't know.
was miserable. I would get the chills. I would get so hot during the nights. I would barely get any sleep. I couldn't eat anything because I would throw it right back up. 2 days after getting my diagnosis, medication, and going through all of that, he has the audacity
I'll go with that.
to ask me to do it.
Oh my god.
Of course.
Whoa.
I am dying. I said no. And he gets butthurt about it. Stephanie, I kid you the not, I was so mad. But of course, my kind, soft ass was like, fine. And I laid there like a dead fish.
Oh my god.
It lasted about 5 minutes. I was suffering to the point where my sister and mom were crying over the phone, telling me to come back home. I went home for 4 days and I told my parents it was just really bad food poisoning and the stomach flu. Until this day, they still think that. Now, I'm with a guy that makes me so happy and so loved. But most importantly, because of my current boyfriend, I know now why doing the nasty is so amazing. Okay, so quote is, this is about the same nasty monster. He asked me to suck his baby carrot, literally a baby carrot, okay? And I was like, okay, fine, I roll. And he pulls down his pants and I get to it. 5 seconds in, I look at his underwear and there were stains.
Ew, bro, please.
He was farting in his sleep and shredded his pants and I go, what is that? And he goes, ew, well, what is that? And I was so grossed out. And then he asked me, do you think I should like go take a shower? Obviously, you nasty monster, go take a shower. P.S. I love you, Stephanie and Mr. Mingo, but I love you too, but I'm so glad you got out of
I don't think we needed to know that last part, question mark. But of course, they have to make these videos gross. Can't have a confessions without someone trying to say something gross. Was the last one the gross? I don't remember.
relationship, like, or whatever that situationship was. Because that's
Like the last video, was it gross? I don't remember.
an emergency room appointment waiting to happen.
Why?
Wait, so how's her kidney then?
I think it's fine now.
Okay.
Yeah. It sounds like it. Wow. You know, I never understood those people that have so much stamina because the amount of is like all their brain working towards that. That's it. That's all they think about. That's all they do. Because after like once you're pretty tired, but then like 5 times in a day, you cannot have energy for like a 9 to 5. I don't believe it. I don't think you can even study after that. Like 5? That's like what are you doing on a daily basis? I need to know how you pay bills because I would be so wiped. Faking an illness gone wrong. Oh. Hey, Biz. So this
Okay, what kind of illness are we talking about?
story happened when I was in the 7th grade, and I just didn't feel like going to school. I didn't feel like going to school one morning, and I was like any young child who didn't feel like going to school, so I pretended to be sick. And let me tell you guys, when I say that I pulled out every single dramatic thing, I pulled out the dramatics. I was hunched over, holding my stomach, and I was wincing like I was in pain, but not too much because I didn't want my mom to take me to like the ER. LOL. So I go and I tell my mom, and she instantly believes it. She let me stay home the whole day, so I watched TV, ate whatever I wanted the whole day, and it was freaking heaven. Of course, when she got back home, I was hunched over and faking stomach pain again. That night when I went to bed, she told me if it still hurts, I could stay home tomorrow. And this is when a light bulb goes off in my head. I'm like, what the f***, I could do this every day. Every day.
Dumb kid doesn't understand that this is going to become an issue.
My life, I could be doing this, all right? I mean, how long could I avoid school? I don't know, for as long as I try, right? So I continue to be sick. And 2 days turns into 3 days, 3 days turns into 4, and by the time you know it, I'm off for the entire week, bitch. I was living the high life. But unfortunately, karma would bite me in the ass. So next week starts, and my mom talks with me, and I tell her, it still hurts, you know, it's still going on, you know? And she starts freaking out, because, hello, how could her poor, sweet baby be so sick? So the next day, she tells me to get dressed and to take it easy, that we're going somewhere to help me. And I'm absolutely panicked, because I think that she's going to take me to the doctor, or the ER, and I'm about to get caught, and I'm going to embarrass myself. So we get dressed up, get in the car, and I'm ready to accept my fate. But to my surprise, we end up at the big Catholic church in one of the bigger towns near ours. And I'm confused.
Huh? Does the mom think she's possessed or something? Or do they, like, get an exorcism done? Like, what? Where are we going?
That I'm here. My mom has always been like a devout Catholic woman, and her taking me here meant that she thought that I was heading towards those shiny gates pretty soon. She thought I was gonna die.
Oh.
So we walk in.
Oof.
She leads me to an area where there's candles lit, and she lights a candle for me, and prays to God that I overcome this mystery illness. Now at this point, I feel kind of terrible for taking this illness, and I feel terrible for making my mom think that I was about to meet the Grim Reaper himself. So we finish up at the church, we head home, and the next day I had a miracle recovery, and I was in full health again. Surprise. My mom swears to this day that it was that candle she lit in the church. She thinks that that saved me, prayer saved me, but in reality, I was just like a really good actress. I've never told her this story, and I probably will never tell her this story. So thank you for listening.
Probably should tell her. Also, this is supposed to be a faking illness gone wrong, and there was no gone wrong there. You just got to have a week off of school and like trick your mom for a week and then feel bad about it. I don't know. I think they need to tell her.
And I hope you had a good laugh and continue being your bright and beautiful self, Stephanie. I love you. I love you too. That's nuts. For an entire week. Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
It rolls into the thing where I've mentioned before of not telling someone something that they need to hear before they go. Question mark. And by go, I mean die. Should just like let them know everything you want them to know, or even if things that you don't want to tell them, but things they should know because it's wrong for them not to know.
Yeah, you can never tell your mom the truth, though. This is one of those things
No, Stephanie, tell her.
where you gotta just let her feel like the best mom ever.
Don't listen to Stephanie.
That's when it's over.
Yeah, she'll be so
Don't
mad.
no. Don't listen to
I
Stephanie.
wanted to pretend to be sick, and my mom always believed it. No, she didn't believe it because we'd go out and hang out afterwards, and then go to school.
The anecdote for that, I could just be like, I don't want to go to school today, and my mom would be like, okay. You know, I've had a few times as a kid where I was like, I don't want to go to school, so I get to stay home, or even like just saying, hey, I don't feel good, and she's like, oh, sure, you don't have to go.
Hey guys, is it my fault that I ruined my entire family? Hey babes, I freaking love you so much. Here's how I started hating my life from 14 years old until now. I'm 18. So when I was 14, me and my sister were going through my dad's phone. Don't ask me why, okay? We're just bored. And it always starts with boredom, right? So we saw
I mean, what do you mean you go into your dad's phone? You're about to see some stuff you don't want to see. That's not gonna be good. That's not gonna be good. You're about to see some catastrophic imagery.
a website that looks like women's clothing. So we clicked on it thinking it was like a surprise for my mom or for
Women's clothing.
And let me tell you, it was a surprise, but not in like a good way, okay? We realized this was a dating app and my dad was straight up cheating.
Oof.
So we went through everything.
Actual cheating?
And all I can see was just World War III starting. Me and my sister's dumb ran to show my mom. Yeah, what would you guys do if you caught your dad cheating? Would you tell your mom?
Oh yeah.
No.
Would you tell your mom? You don't think so?
You wouldn't?
You wouldn't tell your mom? Really? Bro, I'd tell my mom and my dad. I'd be telling all
Hey,
of
take us,
them.
you guys.
Yeah. I'd be telling my sister. Y'all never believe this is getting crazy.
You're vlogging it.
Yeah, I'm like, okay guys, this is what's going on. But then I don't know if I would tell, okay, like parents are different. I don't know what I would do if it was like my sister and Andrew. Like if I caught my sister cheating, would I tell Andrew?
Damn.
But like if I
Damn
caught
kid.
Andrew cheating, would I tell my sister? Yeah, I definitely would, for sure, yeah. But wow.
I mean, wouldn't you, of course, tell your sibling or your family member if they're spouse is cheating? Question mark. But it's just like, would you do it the other way? Would you protect your family member from getting in trouble for doing bad things? Because technically the person that they're with is a stranger. It's like, do you sacrifice your family member to save a stranger? Question mark.
Ow. Oh my gosh. Okay, anyways. So she looks at everything and all the pictures he likes of women. And the sad part was that she just gave birth to my baby brother and gained so much weight. She was feeling so self-conscious and hated the way she looked. And my mom is gorgeous no matter what. And his bio is what broke me. He wrote that he only had 3 kids when he had 5. He wrote that he was divorced when he clearly wasn't. And the type of lady he likes was the opposite of my mom at the time. Ooh. Skinny, tall, and like bright skin. You know what this, okay, this is a question. Let's say your ex breaks up with you. The next person they date, does it hurt you less if they're exactly like you or if they're the complete opposite of you?
It's completely different.
That hurts you more.
I mean, it's better.
It's better.
Yes, I'd rather have her do someone different.
Do someone different.
I mean, like, date someone different.
Go do someone else.
Whatever, dude.
I think it hurts less when it's similar. Because in my head, I'm like, oh, this person has a type. But then if it's someone completely different, it's like, wow, I was not their type.
I don't know. It's not something I've ever thought about. I don't know.
No wonder it didn't work.
Or maybe she's trying to get over you, so she's trying someone different.
Someone very different?
It could be. Possibly.
You date someone else?
Yeah.
Like that's completely totally different?
Yeah, so like disgusting and ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah, the total opposite.
Or what if they're like just like you?
2.0.
Yeah, 2.0. Which one hurts more?
I guess the same hurts more?
Oh, you think so too? Same hurts.
Well, I feel like this rolls back into the conversation earlier. If it's the same person, well, then you're looking for the stack going up you're climbing the ladder, right? The constant conquest to find a more and more perfect person. You're trying not to settle. So if they're with someone who is very similar to the last person, it's just possibly just like, oh, this person is ticking off a bunch of boxes that the last person did, but they're ticking off even more boxes. Thus, the continuation of climbing the ladder, like I said. There are a lot of different ways to like talk about like what this is, but I think climbing the ladder towards this, well, we're going to say climbing the ladder to perfection, but yeah, climbing the ladder to this perfect being at the top of it, kind of like falls into this as well.
Hurts more.
Then you would think why it can be me.
Oh,
Tiffany,
Like, are they
though.
better? Like, is this person a little bit better?
Oh, the upgraded version?
Like an upgrade version of Dan Dan?
The
Dang, I'll
newest
be
software.
so sad.
That's what I'm saying. Versus if they just went ahead and started dating like a 6'2" football player that's like jacked as
Yeah, who
like
cares?
you're like, okay, you're not in the same category.
Yeah.
You're not in the same category.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't think
Versus they turn around and start dating Jungkook. Come on, Dan, you're just not doing that. I'm sorry. You are not Jungkook, okay?
I can't be Jungkook.
Exactly.
Jungkook is Jungkook.
So anyways, after my mom read everything, by the way, she was just getting ready to see him since he was out. She tried to look very pretty, showered and everything. Me and my sister went to take a nap. Don't ask me how we felt sleepy after that, but we did. We woke up and my mom ran away. No, like literally ran away to nowhere. Don't forget we had a newborn at this time and I had to take care of him. He would cry and I would cry with him since I didn't know what to do. We drove off with my dad looking for my mom. We had just moved to a different country so we didn't know anyone and she didn't have family there or anything. So while looking for her, we got into a little car accident. Yeah, fun. So in we find out that my dad's cheating. My mom runs away. I now have to take care of a newborn who only wants breast milk and my 4-year-old brother, and then we get into a car accident. All that happened, and I'm thinking is, why didn't I just die in the car crash? Because this is basically my fault anyway. So finally, we find my mom after hours of searching, but this is when she tells me that she will leave back to America and I have to take care of my siblings since my dad is all about women. That's the emoji she put. That's not me doing that. Okay, sorry. I didn't want to. She went. Okay. So I cried a lot, and I was so scared, and I didn't know what would happen next since I didn't feel safe anymore. Fast forward, we all live together, and my parents are, quote, fine. I wish I could say that was the only time my dad cheated, but he actually did this 3 times again, and we went through all that hell again. Each was worse than the other, but if I explain it, you'll probably just report my family to the police. LOL.
What?
Or I still can't forget
What?
anything or love them the same.
Can we get info on what you're talking about? Because, I mean, that's pretty just normal story, right, compared to everything else we've been, like, listening to. Like, can't we get the actual juicy? This is the juiciest confessions narrator, not just standard confessions of person cheats. I mean, I guess, like, the car crash and mom running away is kind of crazy, sure. But barely, right? I need to know what these other times were. Hello? Did someone get beat up? Someone get hurt? Why does the police need to be involved? Let's just think like we're gonna call the police on them, right? What did you say
I
exactly?
didn't feel safe anymore. Fast forward, we all live together, and my parents are, quote, fine. I wish I could say that was the only time my dad cheated, but he actually did this 3 times again, and we went through all that hell again. Each was worse than the other, but if I explain it, you'll probably just report my family to the police. LOL.
Yeah, like what? Like what happened in those other times? I need that.
Or I still can't forget anything or love them the same anymore since my dad is pretty much a cheater who didn't want to admit how many kids he had. Like, imagine the kids he left out and he didn't count as his kids. And my mom was pretty much choosing her life and revenge on my dad instead of her kids, which I kind of get it, but it's also kind of sad. I seriously don't ever want to get married or fall in love since I hate the idea of it, even though I'm like a K-drama addict. I'm 18 now.
Okay, so we have marriage trauma because of her parents.
And I just started college, so I hope things get better. Thank you, and I love you so much. Honestly, your relationship with Mr. Mango but kind of changes my perspective on relationships and men in general. He's all right. I'm just kidding. But wow. Yeah, I feel like it's so traumatic when you see your parents go through it, and it definitely shatters your idea of love. But don't give up on love, no?
Watch more K-drama, you know? Love is real.
No, K-dramas are, K-drama is a lot. K-dramas, I'd be watching K-dramas and I'm like, I wish I had someone to love me. And then he's like, do you want a tissue? I'm like, shut the f*** up. I wish I had just anyone who cares about me. I don't want your tissue. Yeah, that's what K-dramas be doing. So be careful on that one. Ease up on it a little. But, oh yeah, that's pretty bad. But I think that's going to be it for today's video because this Jollibee food coma is kicking in. Let me know what you guys think about all this.
Alright, so that was that video. Was there like a lot of crazy stuff? I mean, it's not going to tell us, right? That's a story, just my story cheating. Yeah, they're not really labeled all too well. Our soulmate's real. That's just them talking about it. Our boy's gross. Fake stomach pain. What was this, the craziest one? The cheating one? I guess it was just like the headliner, right? Is that one? The girl cheats, has a is this a husband? She's put husband in the title, so are they married now? Question mark. And then potentially is going to cheat on the husband. She just needs to leave him if she's going to keep playing around, right? Yeah, that's just another juicy confessions. We got a lot of talking done today because a lot of stuff could be talked about. You know, like the stuff I mentioned, like the stuff that happened in middle school with me and all that stuff. I think we can go ahead and end now because we're like it's 8:15 now, so I need to hurry up and get this uploaded. So I don't think I'm going to be doing too much talking here at the end. Getting a shout out to Sienna for donating another €50 to, or £50 would be £50 or €50. I don't know what it is. To the new PC fund. So we'll still put on the screen again. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. Yeah, thanks again to Sienna for donating to that. That's like over $100 now in the fund for the new PC. 5% in. Again, I never even would have assumed we'd get to 5%, especially not within like a month. I don't remember when the first time they, etc. Because I don't know who this is, donated to the fund. It might have been this year. So yeah, in 1 month we already gotten 5% thanks to Sienna. You never thought that would have happened. I didn't think I would even get like 1% by the time it became 2027, and it just started 2026. So again, thanks Sienna. And of course, if anyone who's watching this wants to go help the brand new PC fund, you can go ahead and I guess use the QR code to go do that. Since if I had a brand new computer, obviously I could just get away with doing a whole lot more, because computer is held back. I mean, my channel is held back by the fact that I'm using a 12-year-old computer that was a piece of trash 12 years ago, and now we're 12 years later. So the exponential increase of how trash it is only grows with each new year. So anyways, we can go ahead and now say Kyuuties. Thanks for watching. Remember to buy my stickers, to think about becoming a member, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, so we're working on watch time and subscribers, and don't forget we have a throne now as well, obviously. And shout out to members, EmmyStarr, RaleyDrew, and alexgkiller 880. Yeah, Kyuuties, thanks for watching. Tune to the next episode. Like, subscribe, hype, and comment. You know the deal. See ya.